Ooh, good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? Who's here? Zal, nice to see you. I'm guessing it's like Zanner. There you go. Ruske-san, good evening. How are you doing? You're good. Bruno Suarez, welcome in. Ababil, Zodrak, Mel. I'm just going to say Mel. Welcome in. Brian, Casual Game, hello, welcome in. Celis, how are you doing? More endgame and difficulty, no tie to rewards. I mean, we can all talk about that. Like, what we all... I know I've got a few things... I've got quite a few things that I want to, like, put my 2 cents in there about. So we're going to get there when we get there. And we can all, like read through this, like, together, you know? Grenky, welcome in. How are you doing? Yep. And Gardevoir. Cartier, I'm sorry. I mean, you can watch it on the replay. Souls, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. So, what time is it? Well, no time. What temperature is it for you right now? Because it's absolutely boiling for me right now. And there's no wind, no breeze or anything. I am sweating my ass off. It's so damn hot. Grinky, I'm doing fine. But like I said, just really hot and like this hot as well. Like I'm just kidding. A real death for playable characters. Just relax. Welcome in. Welcome in. Also, Grenky, thank you so much for the gifted. Yeah, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's 20 Celsius for you right now. It's 9 p.m. and it's still 28 Celsius for me right now. 28 Celsius. Like... I'm dying. I've got my my glass of iced water here, but that's gonna be like melted and gone within the next 5 minutes. Yeah. So let me just boot into the not booting. Let's get into the game. There we go. So I just put it on here because I was looking at this. So I'm going to give a few more minutes for other people to jump in. But while I'm doing that, I want to see what I've got to do on the this here. Which one do I go for? Which one do I go for? 23 on that, 12 on that, 17 on that, 10 on that, 35 and 14. I'm guessing I'll have to go for this one. 23? Yeah. I mean, 5 degrees difference is night and day. How tasty is the water? Delicious. 4-star characters for older standard 5-star characters would save the game. I've been saying that for so damn long. For so damn long. You live like a NEET? How do you live like a NEET and still have a tan? That's kind of crazy, you know? I just like getting this out of the way. I'm not focusing on like anything or any kind of rotations or whatever. 7 p.m. and 29 degrees. Yeah, you're not too far. I mean, I think you're actually kind of more worse. Is that why are you going for blue compared to where I am right now? This is a support build Phoebe, by the way, so that's why she's not doing really much. I got it on the wrong one as well. I got it on the yellow instead of the blue. Yeah. You just work and stuff going often. You go to the park to play Mahjong. That's probably where you get a tan from. I think the 1.0 gang, Chishia Yang, will always be road for new story content. I saw something about... I mean, I've seen a few things recently about the story in general and Rover and a bunch of other things. So I wanted to like touch on that as well at some point today, if possible. It could be put into the survey. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've seen some things being said online for over the past few days regarding Rover. And also the previous cast, the previous characters. And I want to talk about that as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit... Well, I made a tweet about the previous characters thing. I haven't said anything about Rover and Rover's place in the story, but I made a tweet was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. And the responses to it were really interesting. I'll put it that way. They were very, very interesting. The decision, well, no, the result I came up with, I came to from some of the tweets I saw on that was that unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people just have no media literacy or imagination or anything else. Zol, morning. How you been? I got a couple of chapters out for Damodol the other day. Have you read them? Have you seen them? I've got the next one out coming out quite soon. Maybe, I think tomorrow. So look forward to that. Rover's a tourist? In fact, I want to do this one with Frolova. More characters, overarching story. Yeah, we can talk about it. I think we'll talk about that today actually, because I do think it's something that needs to be addressed. Not needs to be addressed. Nothing needs to be done when it comes to these games. Like something I would like to address, should I say? Remember the error you posted? No, there was no errors. What are you talking about? I've never had an error in my translations ever. Nope. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just never happens. Never happens. Nope. Shimpy? Yeah, that was on purpose. Hello, British man. Hello, Shichibukai. How are you doing? My Jan's not going to do any damage. I do actually think there's a thing with a lot of the older characters are feeling really underwhelming compared to the recent ones. I do think there's a thing where there's some power creep going on with the characters, and I don't know if it's because of the negative statuses or whatever, or something, but I do feel like the older characters are just not doing the damage like at all. I can play pretty much identically to a bunch of other characters, and I'm not getting the damage at all. Like for Tower of, like one account, is it this one or the other one? No, on my other account for Tower of Adversity, I've like pretty much, I've had 29 or 30, basically 30 the Tower of Adversity on the first try. On this one, I'm playing literally the same. I mean, characters are built relatively similar, but I am not getting the damage like at all. I'm playing for Augusta or for Yuna or for both. I'm pulling for both and their weapons. But the thing is though, the problem, usually I pull for one-on-one account on one and the other, but they seem to like be really synergistic, which makes sense. So I'm gonna have to like try and get them both on the same account, which can be a little bit challenging, let's put it that way. Zhang Liao feels unusable. Like the thing is, he was like pretty much one of the strongest DPS in the game at one point. No, like not the strongest like nuker. That would be Jinshi, but like just consistent damage. Zhang Liao was cracked. You know, it's just because all the characters don't have the premium teams compared to Fusion Havoc right now. Yeah, but there's also like Kartathea as well, and Zani with Spectro. I do feel a fair bit of power creepiness going on there. Okay, so those are that done. Let's just get these. 70 maxed. Let's go. Okay, I cannot wait for the claim all button. Like, you know the claim all button that they mentioned in the live stream? I cannot wait for that. Like, just doing this is so annoying. Yeah, I think all elements should have their own negative statuses. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be working towards that eventually, but I really hope they do that. But the thing is, though, I've said before, I think that they should like make it like retroactive as well, where all the past characters should also have the same negative statuses. So I think Jianshin, Alto, I think they should all have aero erosion. Spectro characters, they should all have spectral frazzle, and so on and so forth. They actually showed all the negative elements. They did a long time ago. Oh, I think I've got a file or a document with that somewhere. Perhaps like a module system. Yeah, I mean, possibly. Sanhua and Vreen are already insane. Well, Sanhua and Vreen, damage-wise, no. Support-wise, yes. I'm thinking about just damage-wise. Right, so we have this here. So fill out the questionnaire. I don't know why it doesn't. Is this the right? 1 second. Let me just. Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, this is right. Okay, so Kukune, welcome in. Good evening. Oh wait, no. Hang on. I forgot something. This is another thing that you like, and I end up forgetting to do. This. Do you guys forget to do this as well, or is it just me? Is it just me? Since has dementia? No. I don't know if this actually helps or anything, but I'm going to do this as well. You don't even do that? I do. Because I've got Frolova and I kind of need to. Like, I kind of need to. Just honestly, you know? Great place to farm echoes? Well, for a certain set, yes. I'm just like holding down the mouse button now. I'm just gonna like auto clear. Again, I wish he would do a little bit more on damage. He's built relatively well, I mean, I think. Not the best, but like still decent enough. You don't have for love it? Tax evasion IRS. I pay all taxes. I pay all my taxes, I swear. Is my game supposed to be music? Oh, wait. Yes, actually. Because I usually listen to music. Or I'm listening to the news. Because I am old. I listen to the news while I play Wuthering Waves in the morning. Because like I've mentioned before, my morning gacha run is I do... Oh, they're already cleared. I play Nikke, Arknights, Fate Grand Order. We'll just do logins on that one. Yeah. Then also ZZZ, and then 2 different accounts for Wuthering Waves. So I'm playing like effectively 5, technically 6 games per day. Oh, and also Path to Nowhere. Sorry, yeah. And so I'm just like listening to the news because it like takes about an hour, 2 hours to get through it all. While I'm doing that, because it's like 2 birds, 1 stone. Do I have that interview with Brant's VA still up? What the actual English VA? I haven't had an interview with Brant's VA. Almost to her level, yeah. Okay, so absorb. Right. This is annoying though. I wish this would sort. I wish I could just like hold down the F key or whatever button it is for control or whatever. I wish I could just like hold down the F key, like you know, like they do an let's say what's it? Oh my god, why am I? Oh, not Ghost of Tsushima, the other one. Jesus Christ. I'm just putting my stew. Where is it? Sekiro. Yeah, that's the one. Sekiro. Yeah. Like in Sekiro, I don't know why I completely like zoned out on that. Yeah, but anyway, like in Sekiro, where you can just like hold down the button and it like just absorbs everything in the nearby area. You know, like we have auto collect for like resources and such, which is very good. But like, I just want to hold down and just like it zooms them, it just sucks them all in, you know. They already do it for stackable plants in the game. Yeah, I do think it's an oversight. I do think it's like an oversight from the ecosystem in general. That's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna say in the survey. I think, you know, maybe you can do it so you can place your gourd and it absorbs. What you mean, like a Ghostbuster, a ghost catching machine? Like, go. I mean, that's how they could do the animation. Like, you could like, I've got rid of. So press it once, it does this spin thing. The spin animation took way too long, in my opinion. I don't know why I have to spin every time. But the spin thing for one. But if you hold it, it just throws the gourd out, like it does when you summon an echo. It throws out the gourd a little, and it could do that. Yeah, they could definitely do that. Right. So back into the questionnaire. Have Pero dragged them all in? Right. Let's have a look. Actually, so what was it? Let me just get sound on for you guys, because you might want sound. I mean, sound would be useful, you know. One second, just so it doesn't blow your ears out. There we go. Right. Kokomi, welcome in. I hope you have a great day too. Right, so let's. Why is this not the same one? One second, let me just get rid of this. This is not the same one. Windows not working. OBS sucks ass. Window capture. There we go. Put that there. There we go. Right. So, thank you for agreeing to participate in the player satisfaction survey. Cool. Yeah, cool. So, by participating in the survey, you confirm that you have read and agreed to all the above. Yeah. If you agree, please select Start below and click Next to begin the survey. So, Start and Next page. Please let us know your age. I am under 18. I'm a spry little chick. How old am I? You know when you get to an age and you got these like scroll things and it's like, before you had to like lie to say you're of age, it's like now it's like you're at a point where you get the scroll and you say, I stole that joke by the way. It's like, how far down do you have to go? Jesus Christ. I think I'm 35. Don't think the screen's... Why is the screen not working? It's supposed to be like this one. I'll just do display. This one. Jesus Christ. I don't know why it's not all in the same window as the game, which is fucking annoying. Next page. So far, how would you rate your overall experience in Wuthering Waves version 2.5 Unfading Melody of Life? New content in version 2.5 includes new main quest, Dream Catchers in the Sacred Gardens, new overture, Rust, Sword and the Sun, new event, Phantasma Dreamland, new Resonator, for Lover. Right. New main quest was pretty good. Again, I think I ended up giving it an 8 out of 10. There were some things that it was like really lacking, and I can talk about that later, which goes into what I want to talk about later on as well. New overture, Rust, Sword and the Sun. The story itself was good. I enjoyed the story. I just think the storytelling was just underwhelming. Like they're going for this visual novel style, but like they're missing how, like, even visual novels have more visual stuff going on than whatever that was. Don't dare say 7 out of 10 or lower. Well, I'm going to give this Rust, Sword and the Sun about a 4 out of 10. How about that? Like, the 4 is for the story. The story is good, but like everything else that you're supposed to have, fucking, like, no. Like, I was literally struggling to stay awake. It was that tiring. So, this is like a 4 out of 10. New event, Phantasma Dreamland. Like, it was interesting at first for the first like 1 or 2 levels, but then again, like, whatever it is with these casual games that they have in Wuthering Waves, they just I don't know if it's just like the Wuthering Waves team or just Kuro in general. I've played a few like more casual games on PGR as well. Not all of them, because I didn't play that consistently, but the ones I did play, they were fine. But it seems they're really struggling. The Phantasma Dreamland was pretty bad, honestly. I did not really enjoy it. Like, it was just a case of... It was very roguelike, and like you didn't really have a choice. Like, if you just get really bad cards that you had to choose from and they weren't on the set that you were trying to build for that particular level, it's like, fuck, you know? So, no. This was just like, no. New Resonator for Lover. Is Fololo in chat? Is Fololo in chat? If Fololo is not in chat, I'm going to say Fololo was very dissatisfied. I'm just very dissatisfied with Fololo. But if Fololo's in chat, I'm going to say, oh, very satisfied. I'm kidding. No, she's great. Overall satisfied. So in total, on the whole, I'm pretty neutral. I'm pretty neutral with the 2.5 patch overall. Like, the main quest was good. Overture, Rust and Swords and Sun was bad. Phantasma Dreamland was bad, and For Lover was decent. So it's like, overall, I'm pretty neutral on this. Like, neutral. Like, I'm not even going to do the voice. You know the voice. I'm not going to do it. Okay, so this is like more granular. Story. The story was, I'm going to say overall. There were a few things that I think could be worked on, but I think overall, I am overall satisfied. World exploration, the new area is pretty good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, so overall satisfied. Wait, no, hang on. I think I might be like conflating world exploration with visuals. Exploration was, again, flight. Flight has always been great. But the rails were fine, I guess. Visuals were good though. Music and sound effects, yeah, they were pretty good. Performance optimizations. I have not had as many. One second, let me go to this text. I have not had as many stutters while streaming in this one, so I'm guessing the optimizations have been pretty good. So I'd say, I mean, they could always do better. So I'm gonna say overall. Resonator building, fuck that. No, resonator visuals, yeah, pretty good. Combat is overall pretty good. Yeah, building resonators fucking sucks. I don't care what anyone says. And when I'm being specifically like building resonators when it comes to like the skills, like getting the essential materials, like the stuff that you get from the guaranteed skills. They got the skill tree. That's fine. I do not mind that at all. Not in the slightest. Ascending them, I don't mind that at all. Building their weapons, don't mind that at all. The ecosystem can fuck off. What about is so bad? The ecosystem. Just building characters, like building a decent set of echoes for characters fucking sucks. It just does. Especially with For Lover. Okay, so here's the thing with For Lover. Building for Lover, a lot of the echoes that you need to get for Lover, they are majority sharing echo in the overworld specifically. They are majority sharing echoes with two other sets, so that made it worse farming for those two other sets as well as farming for her set in the overworld. On top of that, the tacit field thing that I just did, it's very limited. You get 36. Well, no, you get to kill 36. You get to get rid of 36 tacit discords. Whether you get 36 echoes is a different conversation entirely. So, no. And then on top of that, once you do get them in your bag and then you go to level them, then we bump into the whole issue with leveling echoes in the first place when it comes to there is a, I don't care what anyone says, there is an echo experience scarcity issue. And for those that don't have the issue, they have a tuner issue as well. And then on top of that, the insane amount of grind and absolutely astronomical odds of getting an echo with the subsets that you want is painful. Not only is it painful, it's demoralizing. People always say that they have to do this to prevent burnout. No. I said it before, I'll say it again. The thing that drives player burnout is having the sense of having a lack of progression in your account. Having RNG upon RNG upon RNG upon skill cap with tuners, and not skill cap, level cap with tuners, and then a further level cap with experience. All this stuff fucking sucks. I don't care what anyone says. Anyone says anything different, you are just undeniably wrong. Well, actually, in Genshin, fuck Genshin. Yes, sure, they might be worse, but there's like 50 other gacha games out there that are infinitely better because they don't have this fucking RNG in the first place. You can build a character from level 1, brand new character, brand new everything. You can build a character from pulling them level 1 to maxing them the fuck out within the space of about 5 minutes in games like Fate Grand Order or games like Arknights, for example. You can fucking do that in multiple other games, but you can't do that in these games because they fucking suck, because RNG sucks. Like PGR, yes. So what is your idea to make this system better? Well, I've already put a video about what my idea is to make this better. Is like to give a certain, if you're going to keep the RNG, if you're going to keep the substat RNG, there needs to be some RNG mitigating systems in place. And my idea for an RNG mitigating system would include using the tuners, which I think they implemented into the game just to give them something to differentiate themselves from Genshin. If anyone thinks that that isn't the reason why they did that, I think you're just deluding yourself, because I think that's literally the only reason why you would put another system in there. Whatever. They put tuners in there to differentiate themselves from Genshin, but if they're going to do that anyway, and they've recently implemented a decent quality of life update where they have this auto-tune feature, love it, fantastic, great, but now we're back to the Genshin system, effectively. What they should also do is that with the surplus of tuners that you may or may not have, which you could buy from the store as well, which would promote people to spend money on this game, again, promoting business for the company, you should be able to use tuners to either depending on the amount of tuners that you use, to either randomly re-roll a substat, or for a significantly higher amount to select the substat, like just to modify a substat. You will not be able to choose what level, like how much of the substat that you get. So say I wanted to change one substat from defense to crit rate. The crit rate has a wide range from 6.3, 6.9, somewhere around there, to like 10 or 11, whatever it is. There's a huge range there. So you cannot, my idea anyway, is that you can choose to change that defense to a crit rate, but you cannot change how much of that crit rate that you get. So you could get a really low roll crit rate or a really high roll crit rate, or somewhere anywhere in between that. But the thing is though, after you change it, then you can't change it again after that. That would be the way that I would like mitigate it. So it just prevents people from rolling. So if you want to get a better one, then you could just get another echo and go through that same cycle again, and it would cost you a lot. It would be very, very significant. Okay, that would be my idea. I have a video about that. Like that I think it's like in January or February. So look to that if you'd like to see more about that. Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. RNG upon RNG upon RNG upon skill progression cap, tuners, upon another skill progression cap, experience, sucks. And this lack of feasible progression in building characters is what leads to burnout. And people will say, well, once you've built the character, you'll have no reason to log in anymore. No. People will still log in every day, especially like the free-to-play players or whatever it is, to get to do their dailies, to get the free meager amount of astrite each day. And then whales will also log in, because whales just do that anyway, and they would also want to get the best characters. So they would feasibly spend more money to get more tuners, to get more whatever, and more resources to get the like 5 out of 5 gold substats echoes for all their characters. You think they won't do that? You think they won't do that? The ones that care about it definitely will do that. And those that don't care about it probably aren't grinding every day in the first place, regardless. So, yeah. RNG fucking sucks. And anyone that says that you need RNG, again, it depends. You need RNG in this game, just doesn't know what they're talking about. If you're building one single character, like an MMO, MMOs have infinite amount of RNG because you're building one single character. But in a game like this, when you get a different character, well, 2, every patch, which is like every, 4, 5, 6 weeks, depending on, this was a short patch, so like 4 weeks. You're getting 2 characters, this one was 1 character. You're getting 2 characters, usually, or more, perhaps. And you need to get the resources to build all of these? But people just say, well, don't try and pull for all of them. Well, that removes the point of playing a gacha game in the first place. If the company wants to promote people to pull for more characters and to build more characters, well, if the game wants to promote people to pull for characters, then they have to create an actual feasible incentive for people to do something with those characters once they pull for them. I know a lot of people that won't even pull for new characters because they're thinking, I'm still building the character from 2 patches ago. I do not have the resources. I don't have the time for this shit. And it feels like the more characters you pull, the more, like, as things go on, it's like a building mountain that you just, an overwhelming mountain you just can't get on top of. And that doesn't feel good at all. So, I like to grind in one good session rather than every day for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think this is another thing as well. I think the wave plate cap limit, the overflow cap limit, should also be increased to like 12,000. I think is it easier as 12,000 or whatever? I don't know. It should be like stupid, a lot. It should be a lot more than just whatever it is, 480. What if I remove the RNG but make the farm more grindier? Okay, you saying that? Yes. You remove the RNG, but have the grind actually just be a little bit more grindier. I am perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. Because I love grinding. I've spent so many hundreds of hours on MMOs, right? And I don't mind it. I love that because I know that if I put this amount of time into the game, I am going to get that. Like, guaranteed. I don't mind how much time and how much effort I need to put into it. I know that I'm going to get that guaranteed. RNG makes that guarantee fucking impossible. You cannot guarantee shit. At all. So it's a case of, you make it grindy with no RNG. Yeah, really grindy with no RNG. Or you have the RNG and have another like grindable system in there, an RNG mitigating system in there, such as substat modifiers, to mitigate that. I'm sorry. It's just the way these games are supposed to be. If you think that, well, it's just always been that way, you don't know shit about gacha. I'm sorry, you just don't. Right. So that's why I'm saying Resonator building fucking sucks. UI design, nah, it needs to be overhauled. Co-op experience, what co-op experience? Events and challenges, Phantasm Dreamland, no. This was just not good. The UI design has always been pretty underwhelming. I think the UI should be a lot more customizable. If they're going to keep this like app type system going on, at least make it like an app type system where you can move the icons around. At the very least. The co-op experience, there's nothing in the game that really promotes co-op. There's no benefit to playing co-op compared to playing solo. Like, at all. I said this before, and I got a lot of people pushing back on this, but again, I think these people should shut the fuck up. If you don't create an incentive for co-op, then no one's going to play co-op at all. So the way you would create an incentive for co-op is like for things such as these domains, dungeons, whatever you want to call them. The incentive for co-op is to give the players that play co-op a little bit extra. A little bit extra. You give a little bit extra for the people that are playing co-op, and the ones that don't play co-op get the same amount that they are getting right now. And the last time I said that, people said, "That's unfair. Why? That makes me forced to play co-op." I'm like, no, you're not forced to do shit. You can just play the game right now as it is, as it always has been. The difference, there's like pros and cons to both. Playing solo, you don't have to wait for queuing up. The enemies are also a little bit easier. So it's faster, it's easier, it's quicker. That's the benefit of playing solo. Co-op, the mobs are harder. You have to queue up, so it's longer to get in, to do. And that's just it. But you get a little bit more. So you have to judge, do you have enough time or not? Do you want more or not? It's like you have to, like, people have to make their own decisions about this. And last time I said that, people just like, no, that's just like forcing me to do that. No one's forcing you to do shit. It's just the way it's incentive. Incentive is to incentivize a certain thing, which creates a disincentive to do another certain thing. It's like pros and cons. If you can't understand this simple concept, then I'm sorry, you should go back to school. Right. So yeah, and Phantasm Dreamland just fucking sucks. If they should really stick to the other. 1 second, my daughter's here. Okay. Good night. Bye bye. Sorry, just had to say goodnight to my daughter. Yeah, these casual games that they've been putting in, I don't know why, but it seems like, for me anyway, every casual game that they've introduced has been a bit of a flop. Every more hardcore game, and this, I don't think this is to do with personal preference either. I just think in general, the general consensus that I've seen, maybe I'm wrong on this one. If I'm wrong on this one, I do apologize. But everything that I've seen from online, from what people have said about these casual games like the Phantasma Dreamland, etc., 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 is that they have been severely underwhelming, and that is putting it gently. Whereas the other more, let's say, hardcore games like the Battle Simulation, and that sort of thing, those have been received a lot more favorably. Those are a lot better. The card game was not bad, to be fair. Yeah, the card game was not bad. Virtual Crisis, Elusive Realm. Guys, who loved playing the Elusive Realm 100 HP debuff? That was so damn fun. I loved that. I died so many times and I loved it. I wanted to bring Elusive Realm back. Holy fuck. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Next. What do you think of the amount of playable content in version 2.5 Unfading Melody of Life? I mean, it's a very short patch, so... okay. Insufficient content, the actual playtime is too short. Limited content, the actual playtime is relatively short. Sufficient content, the actual playtime is appropriate. Ample content, the actual playtime is relatively long. Excessive content, the actual playtime is too long. It depends on what you're talking about. The story, I think the story lasted just enough. That was sufficient. The story was sufficient. But the Rust Sun sword thing, that went on way too long. So it was insufficient content, but the playtime was way too long. The same thing for the Phantasma thing as well. So what am I supposed to choose here? What am I supposed to choose here? It took a long time to do a lot of stuff that they gave us, but a lot of stuff that they gave us was not that fun. So how do I answer this? How the fuck do I answer this? It is a trap. I cannot answer this. Middle? I guess I'll just put middle. In fact, no, I'm going to limit it. I'm going to edge on the... I'm going to edge. I'm going to edge you all. Right. How satisfied are you with the sync tuning? Okay, this one, very satisfied. I mean... Yes, good. This one was very satisfied. Pretty empty outside of story. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing as well. I'm gonna do the thing. This one I really like. This QOL. This quality of life update was pretty good with the tuners. You don't have to go back into the menu. It makes me wonder though. When would you ever turn it off? When would you ever turn the sync tuning off? Really? I mean... when? If you're really low on tuners? If you're really low on tuners, then why would you level an echo in the first place? Except maybe for a daily mission, because sometimes there's the level and echo mission. I want to micromanage tuning, personal preference. Oh, okay, that's fair. If that's the way you want to play it, sure. But I'm going to say overall, very satisfied. I still think that they should give the tuners something more to do, i.e., substat, rerollers, selectors. That sort of thing, but that's just me. But yeah, but overall, just having it implemented does make it, the whole thing, the whole experience, a lot better. So I like it. I like it a lot. How satisfied are you with echo management? This, yes. I mean, managing echoes was so damn soul crushing. It took so long to open, check, no, close, open, check, no, close, open, check, yes, lock, close, open, check, no, open, check, no, open, check, no. Fuck me, that took so long. But like having just auto, this was so damn good. So damn good. Amazing. Yeah, this was very, very good. I'm very happy about this. How satisfied are you with Nightmare Nest? I mean, overall, as a concept, I enjoy it. I enjoy them giving us an area that is not waveplate gated to get a bulk amount of echoes like that. Well, with a bit of gameplay in there of you actually defeating them. I do think, like as I mentioned before, I think that we need to have an absorb all, absorb AoE, absorb echo function in there as well. But do I include that in this? I mean, in general, I think I'm pretty satisfied. I'm gonna say overall satisfied. Not perfect, but overall satisfied. You know what I think they should do? You know what I think they should do? Is like I think they should allow you to replay it. Like the first time you play it should be free. In fact, no, hang on. This is what they should do. This is what they should do for all tacit fields. And maybe this isn't a crazy idea. Actually, I've literally just thought about this right now. So this needs to be like a work in progress. Every tacit field, every day, gets one free clear. As in that you can go to the tacit field, fight it, clear it, and get the echoes for free. No wave plates for one time only. Anytime after that, cost wave plates. How about that? I don't know. I'm just really tired of like the wave plate cap, you know? It's so fucking annoying. Is that too much? I bet some people will say it'll be too much. But like, I'm just thinking like right now, how they have it with this nest system. I'm over there. This nest system, should I say? Where they're just giving us the echoes for free, essentially. And yeah, I think if they just apply this nest system to every tacit field, but then they combine it for all of them, and then if you want to play it again and get more echoes, spend some wave plates. No? I think that'd be a pretty good idea. They should have just made one tacit field and one echo upgrade material, so you can choose which echoes. Possibly. I mean, there's a lot of different things they could do. Isn't this give tuner experience? Again, the first time should only be for the echoes, only the echoes. The second time would turn it into like the old tacit fields, where it gives the echoes and experience and tuners. You know, like the system that we've had so far, like just like combine these two things together. I think that'd be pretty cool. They should still have those echoes scattered around the map so you can grind more if you want. Oh, absolutely! Like all across the world, all the overworlds should still have should still be filled with tacit discords for you to go out, hunt, and potentially get echoes from them as well. I still think that them adding further sets onto pre-existing echoes, because like I said now, with this recent one here, the set, I can't remember what the name is for the most recent set with the 3-piece, they've added that onto other echoes. Like some echoes in the overworld now have a potential drop of 3 sets. So a potential drop of 3 sets, and and 5 potential. It's just like, fuck me. No. I just think we need a lot more echoes in the game. I think the overworld needs, and this is going to be a lot of work, and they're getting paid for it, so get to work, bitch. I'm quoting like Britney Spears now. You gotta work, bitch, you know? It's the name of the song. Work, bitch. Look it up. Pretty good song. Anyway, we just need a lot more echoes, and ideally, personally, I think just each echo should have one potential type. But, you know, So so this one echo is only for that one set, for all of them. We need a lot more echoes for that. We need a lot more. So I understand it would be very, very difficult. So I completely understand that. I wish they improved the combat more than anything. I mean, they could always improve a lot of things with a lot of things, including the combat. Rotation-based gameplay, I hate it. Yeah. Personally, I think I prefer like hypercarry type gameplay as well. Honestly. How satisfied are you with 2.5's text quality? Like, what do you mean by text quality? What do they mean by text quality? Do they mean like the actual, like, the story, like the words being used and being said by the characters? What does text quality mean? I don't understand what text quality means. Fonts and such? So we're not talking about like the actual quality of the text, as in quality of the words being spoken. We're not talking about that. Okay, so we're just talking about like fonts and readability and stuff. Alright. I mean, I haven't really seen any issues, so satisfied, I guess. I've not noticed any issues. Do you have any additional feedback or suggestions regarding the text quality in Wuthering Waves? Not a clue. Compared to one 5-piece echo set, what is your experience with using the 2 echo sets to equip a resonator? Using a 3-piece echo set, remove the lost in combination with the other echo set. I think overall, 2 sets is better. Overall, 2 sets is better. Curson, welcome in. Yeah, 2 sets is better because the problem with 5 sets is that you need to get them all on the same set and you can't have any overlapping ones, whereas if it's a 3-piece, 2-piece, then you can like mix and match and like have an off-piece set. This is a lot better. This is actually one of the areas that Genshin is a little bit more forgiving, because in Genshin you can have off-piece sets. I do think having this, you can use 2 different sets. I think that's a better idea, personally. Yeah, so I do think having 2 sets is better. 4 pieces and 1 piece is what I suggest. I don't know. Like 1 piece, like if it's a 1 piece, you could just have like one. If the 1 piece gives you, oh, hang on. You mean like the Genshin system? Okay. I thought you meant like the 1 piece would also give you a set buff. Okay. You mean the Genshin system? I mean that does work. That does work. But I think for now, 3-piece and 2-piece set, that's fine. I can understand this one. This is perfectly fine for me. I don't mind. Why is using 2 echo sets, 3-piece and 2 pieces, better than using 1 complete echo set? It's more easy to obtain echoes required for 2 partial sets. Oh well, and this one too, really. It's like that. Genshin is not more forgiving because you need 5 specific types of equipment. Okay, Grinky, what I'm talking about, it's like right now in Wuthering Waves you need 5 on the same set, and for the 1 piece you cannot have, for the 1 piece sets you cannot have, for the 1 star sets, whatever it is, you cannot have 2 of the same one, so you can't have like matching ones, which makes it even more hard. Same thing for the 3s and the 4. I do think like having the 5-piece sets is more limiting overall. Like having off-piece, having the ability to have, this is a fantastic echo, but I can't use it because this set sucks. Having the ability to have off-piece sets, off-piece echoes is fantastic. So I do think having this is a better system. Overture Rust, Sword and the Sun was included in the second half of version 2.5. How do you feel about the inclusion of Overture in the second half of each version? Right. Overture as a thing, as a concept, I like. I like this kind of thing in here where it like gives us a bit of a sneak peek into like an intro to the next region, the next story, etc. But the way they executed it was not that good. 3-2 is better than 4-1. I agree. Kyurem, I completely agree. The whole left-right thing where your choice matters, and then they give us a bunch of non-choices where like you can like I checked like pretty much every single option, and sometimes when it seems like left one, this is pretty good, and then you go to the right one, it's exactly the same. Like sometimes they'll just have like, no choice, and so like it wasn't even like an actual choice. It was like I felt railroaded into the story. Like if you're just gonna do that, just make it one whole cutscene. Just say this is a rendered cutscene. There's no gameplay. It will take about 15 minutes, and then just have the whole thing rendered out, and then just show us it. I would much prefer that. I'm sorry, I just would. In fact, I would look like that a lot more. That way, I can just like play, take my hands off the fucking mouse and keyboard or the controller or whatever, and just sit back and enjoy it. I would like that a lot better. Yeah, exactly. Just let me watch. Exactly. This whole left-right thing with no choices for the most part, nah, that was not good. Illusion of choice dialogues are the worst in many modern games. I completely agree. I've been saying that since the very fucking start. So, like, how do you feel about the inclusion of an overture? Good. The way they implemented it, not good. So I'm going to say, not sure. What? Why don't you like this feature? Okay, so the illusion of choice, where choice options weren't truly choices. They said the same thing. Was frustrating. And the left-right system was overused and got tiring very quickly. The story itself was good and interesting, but I would like more visuals and more audio effects to make the story experience more enjoyable. I think that's about right. So the illusion of choice, where choice options weren't actually choices, they said the same thing, was frustrating, and the left-right system was overused and got tiring very quickly. Left-right system, while interesting at first, it was interesting at first. I did enjoy it. I like the, it was interesting at first, but it was overused and got tiring very quickly. The story itself was good. I like that and interesting, but I would like more visuals and more audio effects to make the story experience more enjoyable. So I think that's all I really want to say on this. Yeah. Okay, which of the following main quest challenges or gameplay features do you still remember and find satisfying? Version 1, charge the tab by... I don't know. I like this. This is like... I remember this a lot. Collect musical essence in the Grand Library. No. That was boring. I actually forgot about that. I completely forgot about it. I didn't forget about this. I forgot about that completely. Because I only happened like once. Create a path using the floating ruins in Norfolk Barrens. Create a path using... Oh, is that when you have to pull things down? Actually, yeah, I like that. But do you have to say what you like? Please specify why you find this satisfying. I don't remember. I love anything that interacts with the world. Same. Yeah, like this is not really interacting for me. Like this one is. This is actually changing the world in general. Collecting flare crests in the Truth Seeker's Path by manipulating Chronosorter, unlocking Photon Vault, create password for Gene... Wait. Is that the same thing where like you manipulate time? No. Where's the one that you manipulate time? I don't think that's it. Lower the water level in Myeonlong Chamber. This is like very old school RPG type thing. I did like this. Truth Seekers is the time one? Oh, so this is the time one. Okay. I'll put it in there. I enjoyed the time manipulation gimmick. Creating paths to new undiscovered areas is fun. Unlocking new areas is good. I think they already have this kind of thing going to be in Ragusa anyway, because there's all that... wait, have we already cleared it? There's like an area underneath the water in Ragusa, no? Get to the top of the anchor by completing parallel perception and repairing the anchor by clearing corrupted data. I mean, yeah, sure. It was fine. This one looked very good, but I enjoyed this, but they had QuickTime events which aren't QuickTime events. So like the actual thing itself, I enjoyed. Visually stunning, but the non-effective QTE wasn't fulfilling. Yeah, the testing system was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. Dodge attacks from Dragon of Dirge and get through the willing. Yeah, this was pretty good. I remember that. That was good. Again, this is all very old school RPG-esque. Use gravity calibrators to change the direction. Okay, no, I want to say something about this. I like this as a concept, but I hate the fact that it's like a mini loading screen. Like you have to go there, and then you interact with it, and then you float up, and then you turn. It just takes so damn long. This might piss some people off, but this was way too long, and the way they did it in Honkai Star Rail was a lot better. I'm thinking Penacony, and you guys know what my opinions on Penacony as in general are. The way it was done in Penacony was a lot better. And people will say, well, the world in Wuthering Waves is a lot bigger. But they do it, guys, they do it already in the gondola. It already happens in the gondola. Like when you're in the gondola and you go through the gondola and you go up the thing, like you don't have to go through this loading screen. You're just going and it's like, it just switches it around. It's just changing the camera. You don't need this gravity loading screen. You just don't need it. This loading screen was just too slow. Just if they could make it so it's like you just walk up like kind of like Inception, much better. Much better. Okay, plunging attack to mute this. This was kind of old school RPG. I mean, it was something to do. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was fine. Sparks to burn through the Dark Tide Vine. Again, it unlocks new areas. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was fine. Retrieve the spear to awaken the giant of glory and drain the water from the old district. Yeah, sure. This fucking sucked ass. This here. Can I? Right, this still remember. Which of the following main quest challenges or gameplay features do you still remember and find satisfying? Right. I still remember this. I didn't find it satisfying. I want to tell them, stop this shit. Stop this shit. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, I like that. This was the QTE thing all over again. This sucked. Orchestration altars to open doors. The puzzle was way too easy. The puzzle was way too easy. Like, it was a good in concept. They should make it a little bit harder, I think. Yeah. Version 2.5 helped for Lover escape by controlling the huge stones to push the pursuers from the order. This one, again, this is like old school RPG-esque. I like that. That was fine. Trigger the trap set by the premise to split the water to escape. This one was half. Like, they had some of them which was QTE that actually made a difference and some that didn't. So, like, visually, it was very nice. I'm going to say, visually, very impressive. but the non-effective QTE were underwhelming. Okay. So, pretend to be a worshipper, and I did not enjoy that. It took so long. It took so long, and they move like when you're walking, you just kept. No, I didn't enjoy that. Like, all right, it was what it was. This one I do like this hiding more stealth aspect. That was fun. Suki, welcome in. Yeah, no, they tried. I am not getting on them at all for trying different things. I want them to try all sorts of things. I want them to try all sorts of... I am not getting on them at all for trying all these different... They should. They absolutely should, and I'm glad that they do. I'm just saying, some things worked for me, some things didn't. That's all I'm saying. Use orchestration to navigate through the fast-moving objects and laser beams? Yeah, sure. What are your expectations for future puzzles or gameplay features available during main quests? Make QTE events actually mean something. If a player fails a QTE check, actually make them fail instead of automatically selecting or pressing or whatever the QTE instead of them. I don't care what you people say. I think the puzzle should be harder. I'm gonna say a little bit more. Just be kind. Especially music related puzzles. Puzzles and other gimmicks. Yeah. Guys, remember that thing? I think this was like back in 1.0, where you had to tune something, and it was basically like a Morse code, and then you just had to wait for like something to come, and you just click, click, and it was like really slow, and it was like way too easy. Like that was just a waste of time. I would love a puzzle game in. I would love a puzzle or gimmick, or just a mini event type thing in the game where it actually makes you, it actually challenges you. I'm thinking like Step Mania, which is basically just like DDR but for the keyboard, or DDR for the controller. Like if you're on controller, you have to like press it, yellow, green, blue, blue, red, yellow, green. I don't know. Just like instead of just like pressing yellow, red, like at that kind of speed. Like, actually, I'm thinking like, I've got Captain Jack in my head, right? Ayo, Captain Jack, ayo. Oh, sorry, I'm like that old. I'm sorry. Anyway, based on your experience in the game so far, do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? Is this the final one? Scaling puzzle difficulty. Yeah, the more you play, the more difficult the game should become. That's just like how games should be, you know? Right. So, one second. I've got like a notepad on the side here. Right, so the one that there's a one that I mentioned earlier. We need AOE echo absorb effect. AOE echo absorbing ability. Absorb all echoes in the nearby vicinity when long pressing echo absorb button. Okay, yeah, we definitely need that. Oh, what was the thing? Batch merge. I said this before. The batch merge thing keeps kicking me out of the batch merge. It goes. I'm in the batch merge. I select 100, batch merge, and it kicks me out to the single merge. I want to go back into the batch merge. Stay in the batch merge menu after successfully batch merging echoes. Okay. I'm gonna say this again. Use tuners to modify echo substats for a significant amount of I feel like I'm like saying being redundant. Let's just modify for a significant amount of tuners. Okay, what else we got? Batch merge change stat. True. Batch merge batch change stat. Batch change main stat function. Because doing like one by one sucks. Like you just should be able to like select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and change to like crit rate, crit damage, or whatever it is. What else do we need? More males with bigger roles in the story, since last male we had with the major role was Jian. Major role, yes. Zhang Liang and Brandt didn't have a big impact. Yeah, they didn't. Add elemental reactions. They did have elemental reactions in CBT 1, and they chose to remove them. So I think they're like that ship has sailed. No. You're trolling? Okay, I'm gonna say. Oh, thank you, Zenny, so much. Hide mouse pointer during cutscenes. Automatically. Only show mouse if mouse has been moved. Mouse pointer during cutscenes pisses me the fuck off. Speaking of, I would love to have a cutscene immersion mode. What I mean by cutscene immersion mode is like everything's off screen. I don't want any subtitles. I don't want any choices. I want all choices, no subtitles, and choices are automatically selected. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the choices. I just want to sit back and enjoy the cutscene. Because in the end, the choices don't make any difference. If the choice actually made a difference to the story, like if you choose the left route or the right route, or you go with this character or that character, if the choice actually made sense or actually made a difference, yes, that's when you should give us a choice. But if it doesn't, I don't care. Just automatically select it. You know? Personally. There is, but the problem is it doesn't autoplay. Yeah, there's a way to like hide everything off screen, but then if you do that, it stays on that until the until that particular section is finished. It doesn't continue at all. It pulls you out of the autoplay function, which sucks. So, what else? What else do we need? Wave plate condensing. I mean, would we need to condense the wave plates? Okay, just say wave plate overflow cap increase to. I mean, I never really get there anyway, but I know that some people do if they're like busy throughout the week and they want to like really grind. Wait, how many wave plates? 1 second, let me just get a calculator up. So let's say we get roughly 240 wave plates per day, and people at work 5 days a week, right? And they get to the weekend and they want to use all those wave plates on the weekend, right? So let's just say 5. 12,000. Increase to 12,000. 2,400, that might be a bit too much. I know they have that in Path to Nowhere. But even then, I thought it was pretty big. I think just 5 days worth. I think 5 days worth is, like, fine. Personally. Increase echo storage to 3,000 is too little. I mean, in Molten, with the recent quality of life updates that they've introduced with the auto-locking of echoes and, well, that combined with the batch mirror system, it's really difficult to get, like, to max out your bag. Like, even if it is, it's pretty simple to get rid of them all and not worry about merging echoes that are actually useful. So I get it, but I don't think the bag issue is as much of an issue anymore because of the auto lock system. The auto lock system was really, really good. You're about to max out even after having all the echoes locked? You still have a lot of 1.0 echoes? Jesus Christ. Data deletion. Ooh! I've been saying that for so long. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Game data management. Allow players to delete old game resources from devices. I'm saying delete and reinstall. Oh, that reminds me. Past quest replayability. Allow all past quests to be replayable through a Sonorosphere or something. I don't know. Either the Tethys system, you could use the Tethys system as like you're like logging in to like a past recreation of whatever, because they did that anyway. Or you're going through a Sonorosphere. I don't care what they do, like lore-wise, just like I just want to be able to play all past quests and make them replayable. I just do. Saying that, cutscene, full cutscene replayable library in the gallery. Also, full cutscene and still image library in the gallery. Make all cutscenes replayable. Like, you know that they have like a still screenshot of some of the cutscenes, and I thought, oh cool, I can watch it again. No, it's just a screenshot. I'm like, cool. I would like to replay this. I would like to see this again. Thank you. You know. With difficulty modifiers for replayable stuff, though, interesting. I think that'd be a little bit difficult. Like, maybe in the future, yes, absolutely. But right now, I just want replayability. Because the reason why I want replayability is because there are certain things that come up in the game. Like, sometimes you do want to see how a character will respond if you choose this dialogue compared to another dialogue. Like, in the end, the story doesn't change. But like, for example, is it 2.2 or 2. Whatever? The part with Cartathea. If you don't have a pizza tropicale in your inventory when you speak to her at that moment, you'll never be able to see that dialogue option of her being grossed out, which sucks because it's pretty funny. So I would like to okay, I remember I need that. So I'd like to get that in my inventory, go and replay that section, go replay that quest just for that section, and I would replay the quest just for that section, just to get to that point, because people would do that. Go to that point, give her the pizza tropicale, and I just want to check different responses to certain dialogue options. You can just go back and bring the pizza, but the point is though, like being able to, if you miss that point, Or even if you just want to re-experience that point, being able to replay it would be pretty good. We can do that in the archive, but I want to see it, Grinky. In the archive, you just have the dialogue. I want to see it. There's a difference. Ryuko hates women and wants to see them as sad. Confirmed. No. So replay like in Assassin's Creed. Yes, basically. I'm thinking more Assassin's Creed, to be honest. Yes, I know. I love the old Assassin's Creed. You know, they've just been going. I thought they deleted past quest files besides voice. I don't think they do, because I could create a new account right now on my PC and play through every single quest without having to re-download anything. I think it's all still on the systems. Oh, the males on 4 stars. Okay. Need more 4-star characters. Need more male characters that are actually significant to the story, i.e. Cartathea level. Useful, I mean, I'm sure they would try to make them useful regardless. Examples, ask us about Dante from DMC, Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, Kazama, Jin Kazama from Tekken, stuff like that. I don't know. Make negative statuses, Spectro Frazzle, Aero Erosion, etc. Effective for all old characters too. Jianshin, etc. to use Aero Erosion, etc. A lot of etc. there. Jianshin, etc. to use Aero Erosion, etc. Just kill negative status effect system at this point. I don't think they're going to do that. So if they're going to continue with this, they should make it like... They should like back them up, because like it's just they do give significant buffs specifically for certain sets, and yeah, there's a lot of like a benefit in there. I just think like a lot of the older characters need buffs, you know. UI size slider. UI size slider. Stuff like that. What else? What else? Oh, I know something. I've been saying this before as well. Like, okay, we can talk about this in a minute. But who else feels like the main story quest is just a companion story quest recently? It feels like all the main story quests are just companion story quests. And the companion story quests are very significantly underwhelming when they have them. Generally speaking. Not always, but just generally speaking. Like, I'm still going to say that Jian's companion story quest was fantastic. But since Black Shores, basically it's a glorified companion quest, yeah. You like it personally? Here's why I don't like it, Wicked. The main story quest should be about the main character. Overall. It should be about their journey. And along their journey, they do meet other characters that help them, yes. But it seems like we had this for Shorekeeper, Camellia, Carthia, For Lover as well. Like, we're learning more about these other characters than we are about Rover. And we're exploring more about them and going through their arc than we are going through Rover's arc. And it's not really like pushing Rover's story forward. You disagree personally? Perfectly fine. I think we can like talk about that a bit more later on, but like it just feels like that, you know? That's why I call Rover a tourist. I don't even know how I would like type this, how I would explain this. Like I want the main story to focus more on Rover, but at the same time I don't want everything to revolve around Rover. And it sounds like this contradiction, but it's not. It's really not. It's hard to explain. For example, let's just go like for anime, for example, right? I'm recently watching like Dandadan. Pretty damn good. I enjoy it. You got the main characters in there, and they are the main characters, and they go from place to place, and they go from thing to thing, and they are getting caught up in things, and they are also affecting the world around them and driving the story forward. But you don't have this thing like, oh, they just happen. It's like this person is like the most special person in the world. I know this is like more of a core issue I have with Rover as a character, and I know I'm probably in the minority on this one, but this is just how I feel. I really, really, really hate self-insert OP protagonists that have everything delivered to them on a silver platter. It feels like, for the most part, in a lot of instances, and they've been getting better with this, to be fair, but it feels like a lot of the stuff that comes to Rover, it hasn't been earned. There's something that just feels like it hasn't been earned, and that's my problem. That's my problem with the whole, to touch onto another subject, the whole Gathering Wives issue. The problem with the Gathering Wives issue is not that the girls are attracted to Rover. That in and of itself is not a problem. The problem for me is that, for the most part, for a lot of them, that affection hasn't been earned. Like Yang Yang, already all over Rover. Chishia, already all over, well, Chishia is more friendly than anything else. Shorekeeper, already all over Rover. But the reason why she likes him is because something happened in the past and we just can't remember it. So like, because we can't remember it, it's just being given to us. We haven't earned it. Us as the character, us as the player, we haven't earned it. Same thing for like Camellia as well. She's all over Rover's dick. We haven't earned it. Which girl earned the affection? Which girl has Rover earned the affection of? I think, weirdly, and they don't really have an affection, like not so much a romantic affection. I think out of a lot of the girls in the game, I think Yinlin would have been earned, absolutely. Frolova, well, I think Frolova, the dynamic with Frolova was very good. I really enjoyed the dynamic with Frolova. Like they do have this affection. Well, she has this affection, but she also hates him and resents him at the same time. That's a fantastic dynamic. I want more of that, more nuanced dynamic, because people are not like that, you know? Camellia doesn't like Rover? Are you kidding? She wants his seed. Like literally. She calls Rover her seed. Cantarella? Cantarella, yeah, I think Cantarella could be fine. Yeah, the problem is, like, again, it's not even just affection as well. Joker Queen, thank you for bringing that up. It's not even just affection. It's not even just affection. It's like the trust as well. Rover is given all this trust just off the bat. Off the bat. Eden's Garden, he earned it. Read the story. Wait, which character are we talking about right now? I've mentioned a few characters. Eden's, which character are you talking about specifically? No, Eden, who are you speaking about right now? I want to, like, address, because I've spoken, like, Yinlin and Camellia and Cantarella and whatever. I think the affection with Cartithia was built up quite well. I'm reaching? For what? Eden, who are you talking about? Carlotta? Cammy was literally his bloom bearer? I mean Camellia? Right, okay. So Eden, listen. The problem with that, with Camellia's part of that, is because all that stuff happened in Rover's, for lack of a better term, past life. The Rover that we are playing right now didn't do that. That's a different Rover. So from our perspective as the player playing this character, we are just given that for free. You can say here, and because of reasons in the past, that we are not the same Rover from the past as we are right now. Like, I could, like, just go into a coma. I don't know, I could black out, do a bunch of crazy shit, and then wake up and then regain my consciousness in about a month, and then I can have, like, 5 girls falling all over me. I'd love it, would love it, wouldn't say no. But, like, that would not have been earned of the me that just woke up. You know? It's the difference. You can give reasons like, oh, in Rowan's past lives, his past memories, he did all this and all this, and I hate that. I really hate the amnesiac protagonist, for the most part, because it's just a MacGuffin that's used, honestly, for laziness reasons. How did Rover do this? I don't know. It happened sometime in his past that you just don't remember. Cool, great. We didn't earn it. He was just able to do it for some reason because he could do it in the past that we just don't remember. No, it's like we need to learn. We need to earn this shit. Having a character, that's why I like characters like building up from level 1. Having characters that build up from, like, say, solo leveling. Solo leveling, it got a bit crazy towards the end, but, like, having the character build himself, like, struggled for such a long time, and we are with this character from the very beginning, and they struggled from the beginning, and we see their struggle, and we see them get stronger, and then when we get to the point when they have all these beautiful women throwing themselves at him, it makes it feel earned. But when you have characters that are just like Rover from the past, from a Rover that we don't fucking know, because it's in the past and we don't remember that, it makes it feel unearned. Do you understand the difference? Maybe just give some background in front of the main protagonist, at least on one patch. And again, it's about setup and payoff. There's no setup for a lot of this, but we still get a payoff. Telling a story is all about setting up and paying off those setups. I like the Camellia quest though, but I definitely think the pacing... I mean, I overall enjoyed it. There were some certain issues I have. Like, the final boss for the Camellia story was pretty shit. I mean, we should have fought red-haired Camellia at the very end. So it's the same Rover. No, it's not. We woke up. Our first memories are of Yang Yang. Anything that happens before that doesn't fucking matter. Anything that you say, oh, we are given that because of something that happened before that, feels unearned. We, the player, did not earn that. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's pretty simple. Yeah, exactly. Right. So I don't know how to explain that in this here. I'm fine with us getting good shit from our past if our past will also backfire in the future. I mean, we need the good and the bad. I mean, with For Love Quest, that we get a good balance of that. We get a bit of affection from Frolova, but we also get her resentment as well. And that's why I think a lot of people really like that. You know? But I don't know how I would explain that in here, so I'm just not going to bother, to be honest. So, Eden, I understand what you're saying completely, and I'm not trying to get on you at all. All I'm saying is that we, the player, need to earn it. I don't care what happens in the past lives and the past memories. We, the player, need to earn it, and anything that we get from those past lives feels unearned. That's all I'm saying. Okay, including the affection. That's it. Is there anything else I can think to put in here? I want to see more. I want to see. We need more characters that hate Rover. I would love characters that hate Rover. I mean, that's why I preferred the CBT 1 dynamic, where they didn't hate him specifically. They were very, very, very cautious of him. And then that's what I wanted. I wanted the characters to be cautious of us. And then through us playing the story, we could earn their trust. And then eventually earn their affection. I like earning shit. But I don't know how I'd explain that in here, so. Anything else I can put into this part here? Anything that you think I should put in here before I click send or submit? Ooh, true. PT count on the banners. Oh, bring back original elusive realm. Good. You like it? I like it. I like it. I like it. Am I saving for Augusta? I've got more than enough for Augusta and Iono and their weapons. Alon's reactions? Shut up, Big Tex. Shut up. Actually, I would like this. This is more for Kuro themselves. Either. Wait, is it biannual? If it's biannual, does it mean like twice a year, or once every 2 years? Is biannual twice a year? Like every 6 months? Ooh, resonance chain toggle on off. Good. That's in NTE, which is pretty good. Biannual, yeah. It's like every 6 months, so twice a year. Point being, I want summary reports. You know, like they did a summary report for the 1 year anniversary of all the different things. Like they had like the Verena healed so much damage, whatever it is. I want more reports like that. More mails. Here's another free mail. Thank you so much, Runa. Thanks so much. Reports on pull. What's the word? I'm losing my English. The thing where it tells us like how many pulls people did on certain banners. Semi-annual. Okay. I'm gonna say pull trends. Pull trends. Reports on pull trends and player demographics. I want this information. I want to know how many people pulled on certain banners and I want to know how many players they have in Japan, how many players they have in China, how many players they have in America, in the UK, in France, Germany, wherever. I want to know like how many players they have in certain countries, and also the player demographics of like how many male players there are, how many female players. I want to get like, because I'm tired of having this conversation of people. Well, all the information I can find of like Statista and all sort of thing, and people just saying, no, you don't know that. I want, yeah. Kuro Games is able to track how much Verena heals across the entire game. They are tracking this data, and I want to know what this data is. Oh, training mode. Yeah, free training mode. And also combine, because showcase. The combat showcase mode, where you like go into the game and you can get the trial character. Let's see, character combat trial mode is that you go in there and you still don't know how to play the character. So it's like it would be good if they could tell you like, do this first, and then they go into the trial mode. Make it so I can have sex with Zani. Me specifically, though not the others. No. Okay. Pity counter on each convener. Yeah, I've got a pity counter. 1 second, let me show you up here. Pity counter on the banners. Oh, got it. But I do have that in here. Just do holograms. Okay. I have another possibly unpopular opinion. Y'all gonna love it. For the holograms, I think they should make the holograms reset. Because once you've done the holograms once, people don't really go back to them like ever again. Like I think if they reset the holograms, it'll give like an incentive. And then the rewards could be like not weekly. No. Patch. Not week. I think the holograms should reset per patch. Caliburn, welcome back. I remember seeing you before. Still no? That's why I said unpopular opinion, but I think we need more replayable content, or more content that we have to replay, or we should replay. Yeah, I would love to. I think they should make the holograms replayable. I made a typo. Combine character combat trial mode with training mode. Report. Which one? Where? I'd rather have one rotating hologram stage that rotates the boss in special conditions. Ah, interesting. Hologram Kerasaur. That would piss so many people off. Imagine hologram double Kerasaurs. Hologram double Kerasaurs. Leaderboards, no astrite. True. Hologram Scar, we would like that. I would like that. You're double watching? I see. Oh, Fenrico hologram. Because Fenrico's in fact I think I think they should just rework the Fenrico battle entirely. The Fenrico battle is really fucking boring. Yeah, the Fenrico battle is just so boring. Like, you go there, he's got a shield, You do a few attacks. There's like one dragon push. You dodge that. A few more attacks, and then you can either break the shield by then, or if not, you have to dodge another thing. And then by then you've broken the shield. And then he's like, then he's just dead. Then he's just dead. He's just dead. It's like, it's not fun. It's not fun. The entire Fenriku battle just needs to be reworked, like entirely. Like, it's just not fun. Holograms of our resonators. Ooh, I just had an idea. Yeah. Like maybe you can like fight really strong versions of other resonators. You can fight against Yang Yang. And then you can block her. You can like parry her. She can parry you. And then you can fight against Chixia and Baizia and whatever. Like, yeah, just like just make it Tekken. Yeah. I don't know if they could do that though. Dual system. Dual combat system against other resonators. Yang Yang, Chixia, Baizia, Jian, etc. Against other should be hologram level scalable. That'd be pretty fun. Play a PvP. In fact, honestly, I think if they can put it this way, if they can pull off this dual combat system against that, then they should eventually bring a PvP type thing in there as well. But let's just run this as a trial version. If they can pull this off, then bring PvP. Again, with the PvP, no rewards like Astrite or whatever for whatever. It's just like that way you can have like actual tournaments, like fan setup tournaments. That'd be pretty damn good. Player PvP would be horrendous. PvE challenges would work better. I mean, they could do something like that. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they can do. How about Echo XP only events? Well, we need Echo XP domain Echo only domain from Jan. Grenky, what was it? Yeah, Grenky, I read it. Player PvP would be horrendous. PvE challenges would be better. I mean, we have a lot of PvE challenges. The PvE challenges would be like holograms and such, no? With PvP ain't happening without some kind of equalizer involved. Yeah, the way I would imagine PvP to happen would be like players choose from a set roster of characters, not from the characters that you built. That way, everyone's using the same characters. Everyone's using the same type. Flodo, what was it? Sorry, one more second. Let me bring it up. I'm trying to look. The typo is resonance chain. It should be sequence. Ah, I see. Okay. Where is it? Got it. It's not really a typo. It's just a mistake. Got it. PvP controlling echoes, I guess. Yeah, it should be like you know what we got trial characters that we use in the Elusive Realm when we had it, stuff like that. What do y'all think of a dome system? No, thank you. Not for me. No. I mean, Peaks of Prestige could be easily PvP. But they'd have to like severely rework that because there are several decks in that are absolutely broken. Girls Frontline 2 Dorm? No. I don't think so. Anything else I'm missing? A dome to do what in it? Nothing. No. You want to interact with your wife? Well, did you pull for them? Then you can use them. Then you can interact with them. There you go. What about decorative space? I personally, again, this is my personal preference. I'm not really one for like the decorating things, like the whole let's say Serenity Teapot, not my thing. Yeah, just no. It's just not for me. I didn't enjoy it in Warframe either, so like building your own area, your own guild and thing, just wasn't for me. Again, personal preference. No, I don't like any of them. Like just decorating thing is just not for me, not really. If they do have decorating things, I would like sets, like theme sets, like they're having Arknights. Like I can just like drag and drop. Okay, just choose that set and just have it decorated automatically. I don't like figuring around with all the minutia. 2 pulls for birthday. In fact, no. 10 pulls for a birthday. If it's your birthday, you should get 10 pulls. That'd be pretty cool. A 10 pull for your birthday. How about that? Kill Ling Yang? Harsh. I'm gonna put it. Free 10 pull as a birthday gift. Okay, I'll mitigate it. I'll mitigate free standard. How about that? Buff standard character sequences. I think right. Standard characters. Buff. Yeah, buff old characters. I agree. Make a 6-star version of Ling Yang with elemental reactions. It's been years since I played. You told me something else. Turn on and off sequences. I have that. I have that in this list already. A buff / rework. True. I think Ling Yang would need a bit of a rework. Jianshin would need a buff. More skins. Oh, true. More skins. Feels like a free-to-play or low spender wouldn't care about toggles. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, just having it in there would be a good idea in general. Rover skins. Rover should have a different skin for each region. Huanglong, Black Shores, Raguna. I'm going to separate Raguna from Septimum because they're very differently culturally, so. Yeah. Gladiator Rover? Exactly. I would love a Gladiator Rover. I want to see Rover in like an actual Black Shores uniform. And like an actual, more of a flamboyant carnival type Rover for Raguna. Not just the mask, but like an actual carnival Rover. Yeah. The mask and crown? Yeah, it is. It was a good step, but needs more. I'd like a management type game. Oh. True. I'm thinking like Arknights thing where you can like create certain like you can synthesize. But I'm thinking like you can actually automatically collect or automatically synthesize, automatically generate certain resources, like, you know, the ores? The ores, like how to like how do I say that? Resource generation system for overworld items. Like Arknights allows you to generate experience, money, just general money. You can actually create the more premium currency of Originium, but that's more difficult to do. filter, sort, and also search function in inventory. Generate certain amount of flowers, ores, fish, whatever, per day. How about past free skin event? Wait, how about past free skins events without breaking free to play for new players? Past free skins events. I don't understand what you mean by past free skins event. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Maybe I'm stupid. Possibly, most likely. Weekly boss. Weekly boss limit increase to 5. At least 5. We're getting way too many now. Maybe it's 5 now. Like Sanwa's event. I'll put that. Past free skin rerun. Yeah, Sanhua skin was free, but if you missed it, you have to pay for it. Yeah, okay, so you mean like just a rerun of the past free skin event thing? I think this is about it. Good free weapons. Yeah, that's a way they could buff a lot of the older characters. They need to be craftable as well. Craftable as well. Ooh. Echo experience to tuners. I'm gonna say no on that one personally. I don't agree with that one. Experience to tuners and vice versa. Nah. I understand the goal of having the difference between tuners and echo. I just think tuners should be used for other things, for subset rerolls and selectors, and honestly, convert trash echoes to echo experience. Yeah, music playlist and NPC gadget. That's already in there. Convert trash echoes to echo experience. I think we should still be able to use trash echoes as echo experience. And then you are given the choice of how do you want to manage your excess of echoes, where you can batch merge them for more, possible, run the gamba, or convert them into echo experience and use them to level up all the echoes you already have. I still think like we should have, we should be able to trash the echoes for echo experience. Like, we just should be able to. Then some people will say that will create an unnecessary incentive that would push people to play the game for longer because they're hunting and the overworld to get this. I'm like, yeah, players already have that incentive anyway, regardless, that you can go through the overworld and hunt like hundreds of tested discords every day, and at the beginning of the game a lot of people did do that. But the thing is though, people get bored of that novelty, and once the novelty wears off, then people won't do that as much. Some people may, but the vast majority of people probably won't. Same thing for here. If you could convert trash echoes into experience, some people would possibly go out and farm a lot in the overworld to get echoes to convert them into echo experience, but once the novelty is worn off, they won't do that nearly as much. D Clark, welcome in. Thank you very much. Make bad echoes just give less than tubes, like 50% of gold tubes or something. I think I said before. What was it? Like I think it was like one gold echo would give one. Is it green or blue? Whatever, and then like 2 would give the next one. 3 would give the next one. 4 would give purple, and 5 would give gold. Something like that. Like thinking, like turning 1 gold echo into 1 gold tube, probably a little bit overpowered. But like, need like several gold echoes for 1 gold tube. I'm thinking something along those lines. I did include the increased boss limit to 5 in this here. You can do this in Genshin and no one complains that you can do that. I know, but people are weird, you know? A lot of people in the community have this weird double standard for both games. Like they'll rag on something in Genshin, but give an comparable thing a pass in Wuthering Waves, and then vice versa. They'll say it's all right in Genshin, but would never work in Wuthering Waves. I'm like, why? I do think there's a significant issue with the community, a part of the community, should I say. Not the vast majority, but there's a significant part of the community that has significant issues when it comes to anything to do with Wuthering Waves and anything to do with any Hoyoverse game. Like it's very, very strange. They have significant, incredible double standards. Rerun co-op hologram boss. I mean, rerun co-op hologram boss. Do you think they should just like add a co-op mode to holograms? And I don't know, make it more difficult? Like the holograms do more damage? Don't increase the health. Like, HP scaling fucking sucks. But just like double the... If you have like 2 people in the co-op, it doubles the damage. If you have 3 people, it triples the damage. That would be really fucking difficult. And it would be fun too. Hologram... Double damage. 3 players. Hologram. Triple damage. More Easter eggs? I think they've been doing alright with Easter eggs, to be honest. I mean, let's just say more. What do you think they add 2 new floors to Tower of Adversity? I still don't like Tower of Adversity. Just as a concept, Tower of Adversity is fucking boring. Like, I much prefer Virtual Crisis. Like, I love the difficulty of Virtual Crisis, but I hate with a passion the time limit. Just regardless. Even if I can do it in time, I don't care. I hate time limits. Just in general. The only time you should have a time limit is like for parkour events. Honestly. You can have time records. You can keep records of how quickly you can do it. Sure. Keep a record of the time. But like time limits piss me the fuck off. Ability to change servers? They'd have to do something similar where you could only change servers once every week or so. I don't know. Or once every patch, because I can see that getting abused to fuck. More parkour. Yeah, more parkour events. More and more challenging parkour events. I actually enjoy them. Like the one in Jinzhou. Yeah. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I also like the one in Jinzhou where you have to like run and do like a backflip onto the box. That was fun. Yeah, like in Valorant you can do it every 90 days. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like once every month, or like more realistically, like if once every patch. Like if you go into the patch, you have the ability to change servers for that patch. And you cannot change servers again for that entire patch. And then once it goes to the next patch, once the next patch comes out, then you can change servers again. That would be pretty interesting. Tower of Adversity would be better with difficulty modifiers. Let me make the time limit one of them. That sounds like Virtual Crisis. Kind of. Jiku, okay, take care. Make parkour daily challenges. People will get pissed off with that. Since I'm constantly traveling from Asia to North America, yeah. I mean, once they can't do it like once a week or stuff like that. It would have to be like either once a month or once per patch. I think. At the very least. To not have a 24-hour cooldown? I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, are you really changing the rover's gender that often? Paygate the server transfers? Ooh, I don't know if I'd agree with that one personally. I would not. Don't paygate, please. That would be annoying as shit. I think I'm done for now. Let's just pick our pronouns. You change them between patches? I mean, yeah, every patch is... But I don't think you can change them like more than once per day, so... I'm gonna like send this out. UGC content? UGC content. I think I'm fine with this. Copy paste that in Discord? Sure. Hang on. Ooh, server feedback. No, not server. Wait. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to put it in the survey feedback in the Wuthering Waves channel. 2.5 feedback. Too long? Like my dick? Why is it too long? Why? I can't. I'm just going to put it in the general then. I'll just put it in general. My video... This message is too long. Jesus Christ. Okay, do that. Do that. Okay. It's in Wuthering Waves General. There you go. Yeah, character limit. I didn't even know Discord had a character limit. Discord, remove character limit. Okay. Submit. There we go. Oh, that was a while. I'll claim that. Thank you. So, I want to... Guys, have you seen this? 1 second. Did you see this? Who's seen this? Who's seen this? This Spyros person here. If you laugh, you go to hell. It means Rover is the key to the success of this hunt. I don't get it, but yeah, I'm so confused. What's wrong with this? Same. And what they said to clarify was they keep forcing Rover to be the most important part of the story, and it's really annoying. And they got ratioed to fuck. Like 291 replies, 281 retweets, 122 likes, and they got a lot of quote retweets. The thing is, though, the way they said it, the way they explained, they're completely not. They're wrong. But like this phrase in and of itself, I don't entirely disagree. I do disagree, but not entirely. There's certain aspects. There's a certain nugget of truth in this. But for the most part, no. No. What I'm referring to, and it goes back to what I was talking with Eden about earlier, is like what I really don't like. Again, this is my personal preference. Personal preference, my opinion, whatever. I don't like how Rover is the reason for why every character we interact with is the way they are. And that starts with Shorekeeper, with Camellia as well, and Jinshi to a certain degree, Changli as well. Like, Changli is who she is because her master's master was Rover. Jinshi is who she is because of Jue, which is created by Rover. Camellia, the past thing, Camellia is who she is because of Rover. Shorekeeper is who she is because of Rover. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. That pisses me the fuck off. Right? But putting that aside, when it comes to Rover, they are the main character, and they should be the main character, and they should be the one that drives the story forward. Right? And as I mentioned before, I don't like the whole thing of everything is just convenient. Conveniently lines up perfectly to, for lack of a better term, and this is a lack of a better term, I can't use it, I don't know. Everything just lines up conveniently to glaze Rover, to make them be the best thing of like since ever. If, again, this is my personal preference here. If everything is given to me as a character on a silver platter, I don't enjoy it. It's gratuitous, yeah. As a player, I like to earn everything that I get. I like to earn every win. I like to earn every person's trust. I like to earn every character's affection. Having things just conveniently line up, like, why does this happen? I don't know, past memories. It's really annoying. I don't like that. And having things always line up to conveniently make, because they're the most perfect being of all time, it's just, it gets annoying. So on that aspect, I don't like it. And I agree with that. But in saying that, Rover does need to be the main character and they need to drive the story forward. As I mentioned earlier, you got other characters such as, like, say, Dandadan as well. Like I mentioned earlier, where like, they are the main characters and they drive the story forward, but not everything revolves around them. You can go through many other different games, like Geralt, for example, Solid Snake, for example. All these other characters, they are the main character and they are the protagonist and they drive the story forward, but not everything revolves specifically around them. They are in a world and things are moving around the world and they are a part of the world and they are doing their thing. One second, I just noticed a fucking centipede. Needed to decapitate it. I'm not going to touch it because it's fucking disgusting. That's why I have this knife near me. It's like to decapitate centipedes when they're around. Because they're freaky. It's the basic power fantasies though, and many people like that. But the thing is though, you said it yourself. It's basic. It's basic as fuck. And I don't like that. I think sometimes I do enjoy that, but like for a game like Wuthering Waves, I think it has the potential to be a lot more, and when it like delves into those tropes and those basic things of power fantasy, OP protagonist, self-insert, all sort of thing, when they do that, it brings the game down. But when they don't do that, i.e. what they did with For Lover's Story, with Rover being a lot more of a nuanced character there, as well as Frollo being a nuanced character there, I think we all agreed that that was when the Rover was the best. And not, well, I mean, as a character, Rover did things that people disagree with, and we've had that conversation, but that as a character, that is when Rover was the best. That's when they had the most nuance, and that's when they felt like an actual character that you are following the story along with them. This OP protagonist self-insert amnesiac thing needs to fucking die. I hate it. I'm sorry. It's just basic as shit. The less of that, the better. The more of this nuanced actual character of Rover, the better. Personally. You know? I think what Rover needs the most is to have more characters in his current journey. Yeah, I think... Hang on. What did I actually said something about that. Also, Sanhua cosplay, on point. Let's fucking go. This Camilla cosplay is also fantastic. These three all look amazing. Fololo, this is for you. Right there. This is for Brax. And this is for Japan. Where did I put it? Also, this is for me. Ooh. Okay. So, I quote retweeted. Oh, they removed it. What the... Oh, oh my god. They... okay, right. They were getting like a lot of shit from a certain amount of... from a certain section of the Wuthering Waves community, unfortunately. I'm just going to put this here. Here, they were talking about how there's no core set of characters except Rover. And then how they are not utilizing past characters past their banner. And a lot of people jumped on this. And I don't know if they assumed or maybe they said that, but I don't know. My interpretation of that is like they were just not using the past characters effectively. And a lot of people jumped on that thinking that, you want Jinjo characters in the Septimon story? Why would you want that? No. And a lot of people said this as well. And my response. I said, I 100% agree. The stories so far are fun and interesting, but they lack a sense of scale that comes with having a story that includes more than 2 or 3 characters. The last time we had a large cast in the story was in Act 6 at the end of 1.0. And people said, the Avengers moment of Act 6 was so shoehorned in. I agree. But technically, the Avengers moment happened in 2.0 when all of them stops for Lover. I said, I wasn't thinking about the Avengers moment, but more about the inclusion of Yang Yang, Baija, Chixia, Jian, and Tauchi, as well as also, I think Jinshu is in there as well, etc., in the talks about the base defense and then the assault on Crownless. Like, everyone was involved. The part to do with, like, Ling Yang and Yuan Hu there was out of nowhere, and that didn't make sense. And then someone said, what? Ling Yang and Yuan Wu just want to protect their hometown. That didn't make sense. I'm like, well, you can assume that, but narratively, no, that didn't make sense. Ling Yang wasn't introduced anywhere as being affiliated with the Rangers or any kind of military corps, nor was he mentioned as being in the area in the first place. He should have been back in Jinzhou with the Dance Troop, and Yuan Wu wasn't mentioned at all. Like, just shut the fuck up. Right, so, my point is, my understanding of this tweet here that has now been hidden is that Kuro seems to, like, instantly forget their past characters after their banner is gone. And that's why I said earlier that these main story quests feel more like companion story quests than it does feel like a main story quest. 1.0 did pretty well, and 2.0 also did pretty well, but then after that, they just completely forget it. Like, to do with the story with, well, Carthia and also Cantarella, where was Carlotta? I think Carlotta should have been a part of that story as well. Like, if not then, at some point. I really would have enjoyed a thing where we bring these two families that were warring against each other together, like to put their differences aside and have them work together along with Rover to help Cartathea. That would have been a lot better, personally. And then later on, with the patch that we just had with Frolova, why wasn't Phoebe a part of this story? Like, this story was all about the Order of the Deep. Why wasn't Phoebe a part of this story either? Like, Phoebe really should have been a part of this story to do with the Order of the Deep. I think it would have been a lot better, a lot more interesting, if we had, if Phoebe was on the boat with Fenriki. Fenriki? What the Fenriki? What the fuck? Fenrico. Fenriki. Am I thinking of, like, Lion King? Phoebe should have been on the boat with Fenrico. And thinking she's on like a religious pilgrimage, like doing something great for the world. And then once she realizes something's a bit off with Fenrico, she like starts to doubt. And then she also learns this as well. And then she like joins back up with to like help the Rover and help Frolova. Like she's like, Rover, why are you helping Frolova in here? And like we have that kind of dynamic. But then, point being, I don't know what they should have done. But Phoebe should have really been a part of that story. With Fenrico and the Order of the Deep. Just honestly. No? She still has no idea her favorite Imperator is gone. And then with Lupa, in the Lupa story, you know what they could have done? They could have brought Brant and Rochia in there. And people will say, lore-wise, they couldn't do that. No, yes, they could, because, well, when we're having this whole duel thing, the whole card battle thing, we have Shakona there, we have Brant there, we have Calcro there, we have all these other characters there as well. They are in Septimont. Why couldn't you bring them to be a part of the story as well? Like, it would have been really cool if Shakona, a bard, teamed up with Brant, a performer, to travel to Septimont, because Shakona needs to escape, so that would make sense for her. That would make sense for her to go to Septimont. Brant is also probably like roving around something. They could have been like easily interwoven into that story, but apparently not. And that was my understanding of the original tweet here, which we can't see. But like, they basically said that if I'm remembering, like, it was something like how Wuthering Waves fails to incorporate past characters, and I agree. The stories that they are presenting so far, like I said, are fun and interesting. But it's just limited to like 2 characters, and one of those characters is Rover. It's either 2 or 3 characters max, and this is a thing that really holds back like a part of the story. Like the story is good, but it could be a lot better. If I was going to give it an analogy, like I've got a burger. I enjoyed a burger. Put cheese on it, better. Put cheese and ketchup on it, even better. Put cheese, ketchup, and bacon on it. Let's fucking go. Like, yeah, the burger is good, and I'm enjoying the burger, but it could be a lot better if you add these other things in there. And people might say, well, I don't like cheese. Fair. But I think the vast majority of people do. And I think the vast majority of people do like bacon, unless you can't for religious reasons or whatever. The point being, the story is good as it is. I'm enjoying it. But it could be a lot better if they were able to introduce and interweave a lot of the other past characters. And I'm not speaking about Jinjo characters. I'm just speaking about past characters in general. Into the story and make the world feel more alive. That's just my opinion. We got analogies for Americans? Yeah. I think it's intentional they drop older characters. They always focus on newer ones the most by far. And it might be intentional, but I think it's a bad move. Honestly. Like, when they bring up the reruns, why would anyone pull for the rerun character when they don't use them in the story? They don't give us reasons to pull for them other than meta. So if the character isn't meta, why would you pull for them in the first place? Whereas if you consistently introduce them and bring them back up in the story, then it makes... This goes back to... all the way back to the beginning of companion stories and just characters and stories in gacha in general, from Chain Chronicle, and then in Grand Blue Fantasy, and then further on in Fate Grand Order, you bring them up in the story, and it makes the players feel a connection with them. Even if they're not the most meta. They love these characters. They grow to love these characters, and they would pull for them in the rerun banners. That's why you need to bring them up more often. So, yeah. Intentional doesn't equal good. True. I still keep seeing people ask who Zhang Li Yao is. Yes. I don't know why Zhang Liao's quest was like time gated. That should be like a. Oh, I should have put that in the survey. Zhang Liao's quest should have been permanent. It just should have been. If they're making the goddamn 1 year anniversary shit permanent, oh my god, and not that one. So, yeah. So that's a thing. Look, right. I say that. Listen, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I 100% agree. The stories so far are fun and interesting, but they lack a sense of scale that comes with having a story that includes more than 2 or 3 characters. The last time we had a large cast in the story was in Act 6 at the end of 1.0. Look at this shit. If you want Genshin 2, just play Genshin or wait for Genshin 2 official release. This person is a fucking idiot. Can people just shut the fuck up about Genshin? I don't give a fuck about Genshin. I'm not even saying this for Genshin. What the fuck is this person talking about? The thing is though, on this post here, I saw a lot of people saying the same thing. No, I don't know what it is, but I saw on the original post here, on whatever, I can't see it now, but like on the initial post, like they've privated their account because they were getting absolutely dogpiled. But they got so many people in the replies on this one saying, go back to Genshin. If you want Genshin, go back to Genshin. Like, fuck off Genshin. Like, when I'm saying this, I'm not thinking about Genshin. I'm thinking about Arknights. I'm thinking about PGR. I'm thinking about Fate Grand Order. I'm thinking about Chain Chronicle. I'm thinking about all these other games. What? And how does like having a larger cast cycle through and being brought up in the story equal Genshin storytelling? Hello? How the fuck does that work? Like, at all. And people were saying that. Here's another thing. One second. Can I find someone that said this? Okay. Well, that depends. Whether or not their parents serves a role to progress the story. I agree. If they're just shoehorning characters in for the sake of shoehorning them in, no. They have to make sense. Like I said, Phoebe makes sense for Order of the Deep. Carlotta makes sense for the Cantarella thing. By extension, Zanny makes sense to join Carlotta, etc, etc, etc. Anyway, so I agree with that. But I prefer 2 or 3 characters with important ongoing plot and actually have a lot of screen time for the audience to care. That's why there's something called characters. Right. You can have a decent story with a dozen characters, and you can understand and follow and appreciate and enjoy all the characters at the same time. Do I need to bring up Lord of the fucking Rings? The Lord of the Rings has a lot of characters. It has a lot of moving parts. It's considered one of the best stories ever told. Having more characters in the story does not necessarily mean that the story itself will be diluted. If anything, it'll be a better plus to that. You can do more things with the story instead of being limited to what can I do with these characters here? We'll only get small dialogue. No, not shoving unrelated, unnecessary characters into past stories will only make stories bad. Again, introduce them when they make sense. This assumption is just wrong. Here's one that I disagree with a lot of likes on there. So I disagree. Yes, it would be cool if they add a lot of characters into the story, but it's not realistic to me. I don't know why it's not realistic, but whatever. Rover is a roving traveler. Okay, I don't know what that means to anything. It's not like he's part of a traveling group. Again, means nothing. He's a solo traveler. You're saying the same thing 3 times. So it's not unrealistic to have only like 2 other characters in each act. No, that makes no sense. These 2 things are not related whatsoever. Yeah, Dragon Ball, just any anime series, honestly. One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball, Fullmetal Alchemist, Demon Slayer, just any anime. Any movie, really. One movie, classic movie, fantastic movie, was set in one, technically 2 rooms. 2.5, whatever. And it's regarded as one of the best movies of all time. And it has 13 characters in it. 13 characters. The movie I'm talking about is called 12 Angry Men. Who's seen 12 Angry Men? God damn it. This movie is a masterpiece. Masterpiece in storytelling, and also cinema as well. Like just cinematic, like the way they move the character, the camera. But that's a different conversation. But 12 Angry Men is absolutely fantastic. You've heard of it but not seen it yet? Watch it. Do whatever you can. Watch this movie. Just watch. It's absolutely amazing. It's so good. It is. I've watched this movie like at least 30 times. I love this movie. Point being, a lot of people in here, I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to say, I just don't think they understand what the hell they're talking about. When they say, no, I disagree, they can't do that because it would do this, this, and this. It may do this, not that it will do this. Like, if they force characters in for no reason, like they did with Yohu. What the fuck was Yohu doing in that story? I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Like, she was forced in. Useless. Quickly forgotten. But characters can easily be woven in like naturally. Like I said. For Cantarella's part, Carlotta. For Fenrico's part, Phoebe. For the Lupa part, you could easily bring in Shakana and Brant. It's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. Lumi, I think Lumi should be in charge of the, you know, the Lolo logistics? You know the Lolo logistics thing that we have to do? We have to speak to that guy. Why are we speaking to that guy? Why can't we speak to Lumi instead? Lumi should be the one that we deal with when we do with anything to do with Lolo logistics, just in general. Honestly. Calculator? Carpaccio? Yeah. Like, he's just not even there at all. Like, the delivery thing. So that's my opinion on these 2 different things. Like, Rover being the most important part of the story. There's a nugget of truth that I agree with in there, but for the most part, he's the main character. He has to be the main character. He has to drive the story, but everything revolving solely around him and like that sort of thing. No, I've already explained that. And then later on, when it comes to the story, like not including a larger roster of characters in the story, like Cartzia's story was Rover, Cartzia, and Cantarella. Like we had Carlotta phone in at the beginning, whatever, and then later we had the phone in with for Lover's quest we had the phone in with Cartzia and a Black Shores person. Then we go to Lupa. It's basically just wait, is it Lupa? No, Forlova, sorry. It's basically just Rover and Forlova, and then Fenrico. The main character being the main character. I mean, yeah, they should be the main character, but like having everything revolve, like, it's not black or white. It's not black or white. They should be the main character, and they should be the one that drives the story forward. I've already explained this, but I'm repeating myself. Okay, I think I've spoken about everything I need to speak about today. We've done the survey. It's been interesting. hopefully they listen, and we see some of those in the future. And that's my opinion on the story not having a larger cast of characters, and also the main character being the main character. Why are Kuwats introducing combat events and when Encore and Chameleon Alka? True, actually. It's just annoying when suddenly no one can do anything unless Rover moves a chair. Yeah, I mean... yeah. Kind of like reducing it, but I know what you're saying. Fenrico barely said... Well, Fenrico was part of the story ostensibly, but we needed more Fenrico in that. We needed a lot more Fenrico in that, like, honestly. He got, like, shafted. I wanted to hear more from Fenrico, honestly. Right. It's almost running up to... It's 11:30 right now. I have to go to sleep. So I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for being here. See you next time. Take care. Peace.